And so I think to your point about gratitude, and I think a lot of that, I believe that's kind of the platform. You have to realize that there's kind of plenty for everybody, and that everybody has their own story, that there may be something going on that you don't recognize. There may be something that person is experiencing that you're just not seeing. So I'll tell you a really quick story that I just told somebody yesterday about this. For me, this was such a learning. This was in my first job, my very very first job, all these years ago. We had a client who, in the advertising world, who would always make us present the creative, meaning read it to him or kind of present it theatrically. He would never approve anything over the phone or any of that kind of thing. And if you would ask me for most of the story, what I thought of this, what I thought about this person, I would tell you, I think he's a real piece of work. I think this guy wants us to put on airs and drive over there, and I don't like this person, right? This person, especially again, given my background, I felt like this is a person who was raised with a silver spoon in his mouth. He didn't want to hear it, right? And would always have to go present it. We'd always have to go present it until one day. And this person was a VP of marketing. He had come up through the sales channel, right? So we were doing this dates this story. We were doing a direct mail piece. And so we said, well, we have a direct mail piece to show you. And we're like, we're going to send it over. He's like, no, 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 come present it. And we're like, it's a direct mail piece. You want to experience it the way a consumer experiences it. You need, you should read it like as a letter. No, 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 come present it to us. So we're like, we all, a bunch of young kids rolled our eyes and drove over there and mad about it and angry at this guy. So we went over and we presented it to him and we read it to him and he's like, that's really, really good. I really like that. Who's going to sign this letter? And we said, well, it really needs to be you. It's a sales thing. He's like, oh, no, no, no. The president should sign it. We're like, no, this is a sales thing. You should sign it. Well, maybe the individual salespeople should sign it. Maybe that would be a better idea. And we're like, no, because then we got to do different lists for different salespeople. It's got to be you. Like, I don't understand what the hiccup is here. All we need is your signature on a piece of paper and we can put it into the piece and we're done. And this went on for a couple of weeks. And finally, we received the art of his signature. And the minute I saw his signature, the clouds parted. He couldn't read. The reason we had to present all the work was because he couldn't read. The reason he had gone up through the channels to become VP of marketing is he was a salesperson with pre-printed contracts. He literally never learned to read. Well, of course, once I knew that, even though I never, of course, addressed it with him personally, I saw a part of him. I saw a part of his story that gave me empathy, gave me understanding, things that looked rude, a couple weeks prior now look like things that I could actually have some care about. So I think, for me, that's it. If we want to move from a world of scarcity to a world of abundance, it's got to start with recognizing that we probably don't know everything about everyone else's stories. And just like that country singer and the fan, we don't necessarily know all of what their expectations and stories are. We're not the person who saved for 6 months for this front row seat to a country concert and now is disappointed. I just think we need to just see each other and see what we're going through. And again, that's a lot of the work I do with my clients, is just helping them see. One of my clients actually is a neuroscience company. And, we have to see things through the lens of people who are, high-minded scientists doing research in labs. That's a very different, group of people than car buyers for Nissan. You have to see people for the stories that they're living, because those stories are true to them.
This is a powerful concept that would get us away from a lot of friction that we're living with.
Yeah.